has been on a marting recently, bro. With Emiru, now she has a whole situation with, I think, her boyfriend, Mizkif, which is another streamer. But this video is going to kind of explain everything that's going on, chat. So lock in.
Now we're going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, assault and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing.
I am totally okay with exposing.
That's him, chat. That's the boy Mizkif. That's the one that's people saying he the weirdo.
I think it's pretty obvious. I will not be friends with any of these people after this. Ludwig was right. I am going to completely separate myself from these people, this community, which is fine, and I've already been doing it. But I have hundreds of messages and DMs from people, things that people probably would never want to get released that are very interesting for everyone.
Remember that young streamer Emiru who we covered 7 days ago?
I remember.
Got assaulted at TwitchCon. The young streamer who had her assailant come around the barricade.
So, Chad, this is the situation I was just telling y'all about. She was at TwitchCon. A random dude just comes out and just literally tries to kiss her. Boy, I tell you, let me tell you something. Boy, I tell you, bro. Boy, I tell you, this place is just weird, bro. The Twitch, not the streaming community. I'm not going to say Twitch. The streaming community is just weird. It's just weird, bro.
Potentially have something in his hand to, I don't know, do something with it. I can't even honestly think of what he was going to do with the device that he had in his hand. Yeah, that same streamer. Well, in her address to Dan Clancy and the Twitch community about what happened, she said something very, very interesting. Something that had my ears kind of perk up.
But honestly, this has been a really hard year for me. Honestly, it's been a really hard, 2 years. I've been carrying a lot of really heavy burdens. There's a lot of things that I haven't wanted to talk about that I think I will probably be talking about when I get home from TwitchCon.
And lo and behold, the thing that she was talking about was levying allegations of SA, domestic abuse, verbal abuse, and a bunch of other things.
She's been going through it for 2 years.
On streamer Mizkif, her ex-boyfriend. Now I'm gonna give a trigger warning. Some of the stuff that's about to be discussed in this video is actually kind of disgusting, and not even kind of disgusting, it's quite disgusting.
Oh
you
boy!
get to hear both her telling of the events, and because we waited long enough, we also get his telling and admittance to a lot of the things that she claims that he did in his own words. Emiru starts off this conversation by talking about how controlling and emotionally abusive Mizkif is. She talks about 2 different instances. One instance in which she was made to cry for hours on end based off of Mizkif's drunken rage about him being, you know, so insecure about his viewership. Emiru had more viewers than he did.
Let me ask y'all a question. Can y'all be with a female that makes more money than you, bro?
So he called / texted her and started berating her about how she was conducting herself on stream, causing her to take a brief 45-minute intermission to go off and handle this situation, only to come back and cry on camera.
Okay, wait, I need to walk around for a second.
Oh, this actually happened.
I'm doing great. Okay, I'm feeling great right now. So why don't we continue the Q&A for a little bit?
Now, Mizkif would claim that she was going to farm parasocial viewership.
He said you literally lift your legs like a cheerleader multiple times, stick a bottle between your legs, and play with it. What? What? Farm those parasocial people by doing this content in the first place. After claiming to me you don't want these weirdos and you hate this community and hate the chatting community. She responds, I generally don't think of things like that as sexual when I'm doing it, especially since we're wearing pajamas, but I will stop. Okay, LOL. You can't even hide it. This dude sounds controlling as flip, bro. I want to see them clips, bro, because clearly he had a problem with him.
Mizkif is talking about that is garnering this audience. He's saying that this is a way for her to sexualize herself in order to... It's some weird and controlling ass shit. I'm turned on. I don't know. In this one, you gotta be...
Wait. Was that it?
In this one, you gotta be a super gooner to get turned on by this. Like, I don't... Now, Mizkif goes on...
Nah, this dude has problems, bro. I'm not about to jump in on his relationships or anything like that, bro. But come on, gang. Come on, my boy. If you want to say the leg, okay, like I'm not even agreeing with it, but let's say the leg. Bro, this is turning people on, bro. This is turning people on.
Be a super gooner to get turned on by this.
This is turning people on, bro.
It's like, I don't...
Lord have mercy. Nah, the chat. That boy being insecure, man. I don't know him from a can of paint. I'm not gonna judge you, but from what I'm hearing, bro, you sound hella insecure, man. You sound hella insecure, bro.
Now, Mizkif goes on to address these allegations that he is some sort of controlling freak. He acknowledges that he is this type of person, but I'm gonna play it and let you hear how he describes it. That way you can make your own judgments.
Okay.
I know I wasn't perfect with my language or tone throughout this entire relationship. I know I wasn't. And
Okay, he's taking accountability. That's something. He's taking accountability.
I was aggressive at times. In regards to being controlling, I told her many things. I told her to dress older, to stop wearing pajamas, to stop talking about stalkers and schizos as a whole, stop talking about past relationships, and yes, I didn't want her to travel without me. I also said that I didn't want her to hang out with specific people. This is because I didn't want her to get hurt. I didn't want Emmy to get assaulted. I didn't want some man to do something to her when I'm not there, and I wanted to keep her safe. And I'm sorry. I know I was controlling, and I should have just ended the fucking relationship, but I was so confused.
All right, so it seems like he knows what he did was wrong. We're gonna keep watching the video. I'm not about to sit here and be like, yo, I'm on your side, gang. No. I'm gonna watch the video first and see what's going on. But from the looks of it, it seems like he's taking accountability.
Just a person. And I'm sorry I did it. I'm sorry things got to this fucking point, man.
A way to sell it. I ain't gonna lie, Mizkif, way to sell it. He did.
Damn, bro. Amazing. Goddamn. You're not even giving him a chance.
Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. Holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both.
Wait, what? Nah, no, like listen, no. That's why I gotta wait until the end, bro. I gotta wait till the end, cause I hear one thing, I'm like, okay, maybe he seems like, he seems like he understands, he's mature. Then I'm hearing he's talking about shit. We both gonna die in GTA, bruh.
Anybody that's actively punching a hole in a wall, something that doesn't damage the wall greater than the hole that you put in it, but damages you, like they're physically willing to sacrifice themselves, that person is abusive and they are willing to punch you even. The same thing with threats of violence or harming yourself. It's all kikis and ha-has until it's not. That whole conversation about, oh, I'm going to drive 150 miles per hour and we'll...
That's the tough thing about relationships. I'm going to say, Chad. Like, I'm sorry for pausing, Chad, but that's the tough thing I'm going to say about relationships. It's one of those situations where it's so much harder to see the signs when you're in the actual situation, because you care for the person, you love them, you have emotional ties to them. So some of the toxic traits you're not going to see because obviously you're in love with the person and you're in it. Outside looking in, someone's going to see, damn, you punching the wall. Like, get the flip out. Why are you still in the relationship? Yo, he's banging on the door. Why are you still with that person? But she can actually be in and be like, you know what? He was just upset, so on and so forth. I'm just hoping that now she could see the signs and she can act accordingly towards that. Because again, chat, we don't know their relationship. We don't know what he's done for her. We don't know what she's done for him. But from the signs points, from at least showing the signs, the boy got issues that he needs to get resolved ASAP. The orange guy has a good hairline though. Type shit.
That is not something to play with. That's not something to take lightly. If you're hearing those types of talking points in your relationship, that's a clear indicator and sign that somebody is abusive and that you should get out. This is a bit of violence that Mizkif himself even owns up to in his response to this Emiru blasting of him.
I was not perfect, and I reflect on those situations with poor taste to myself. I'm ashamed that the situations got so bad, but Emmy was also violent. She would throw clothes or plushies at me, and I punched holes in the walls or...
Gang. I know you're not trying to compare punching holes in the wall to throwing plushies. Gang, you're a girl. You a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man. You are a grown-ass man. Talking about she threw clothes and plushies. Clothes and plushies. Gang, if you want to say she had a temper tantrum, okay, fair. But dog, you can't say she was abusive by throwing plushies, my boy. Come on now. Now those are just apples and oranges, bro. You comparing two different things.
Slam doors and aggression. I one time did say I was going to kill myself during an argument, but Emmy did this as well numerous times. She would constantly say she's going to kill herself in arguments, and I have a picture where while I had a gun pointed at one of her stalkers who came to my house while she was in Kansas, she told me she was going to kill herself out of aggression of the situation while it was happening.
Based off of everything that I watched throughout these videos, Mizkif has a common theme of being insecure about his status and his stature in the content creator sphere. You would think somebody who is as big as him would feel like he is more of a success. But listening to Emiru talk about a time where Mizkif decided to drive 150 miles per hour again on the road, it seems as though he is always constantly questioning who he is and his place in the hierarchy of creators.
This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Hey man, real classy dudes these guys are. Just stand up guys. Stand up guys.
Bro.
This leads us to our biggest claim in this video. This is where Emiru claimed that Mizkif did two things. One, he gave her a black eye by throwing a phone at her, and two, he committed SA against her.
He would throw
this is the meat and potatoes chat.
Like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles at me. Despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. So yeah, we were just talking and I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while. And I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You can just hear the pain in her voice, man. You can just already hear that she's been holding on to this for a very long time, bruh. I
let him hold me while I was crying. And he started kissing me in my face. And I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And I screamed. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house.
You even apologize?
Now, I think Emiru, somebody who just came out of the TwitchCon situation where
wait, she didn't even, homeboy didn't even say, yo, my bad? Like, not even my bad. Like, obviously, I'm sorry, boy. He didn't even apologize, bro. Like, I'm sorry for making you feel, yo, nah, these dudes are weird, bruh. Again, I'm not in the room, so I don't know what was said. We're just hearing her side of it. But from her side of it, it sounds like there was zero to no consent, bruh.
Totally. Especially after Mizkif comes and gives his explanations as to how both situations happened. I have no choice.
I want to hear his explanation, bruh.
Because what he says is just hard.
I need to hear what this man has to say.
She brushed over that I threw water bottles or my phone near her, but that wasn't during fights. I want to make that very clear. It would be me throwing my phone on my bed when I brushed my teeth. She did tell me she got a bruise from it, and I stopped. That's all that happened. I will throw you and show you an example, chat. I'm brushing my teeth. Right here. Look at me. I would throw my phone on the bed. I would just lob it over because I was going to bed. So I would just throw the phone.
And you hit her in the eye? That's what you want us to believe?
To get hit with a cellular phone off a lob and it hits you right directly in the eye. I'm not gonna say it ain't true, but you must be one unlucky person. Like, for real.
It's something that just so happened to hit her in her eye to give her a black eye. Now let me ask you this. Why after that situation was Emiru going on live stream lying to people about how she got the black eye?
I actually had like a small black eye from running into something.
Oh, she's not showing her face.
No one could tell. I thought I wanted to be able to cover it because it was really bad. What'd you run into? I was like turning a corner really fast and I hit like the bottom of my eye socket on the wall.
Y'all couldn't even come up with a better excuse as to how she got the damn black eye. Like, that's abuse victim 101. Running into a doorknob or door hinge or whatever to hit her in the eye socket. And apparently it was really bad. She wasn't showing her face or couldn't show her face. Let's hear the excuse that she used for the essay.
We broke up for about a month, then got back together because we thought we can make it work. We went to get food at BJ's. a common place where we would get food. And then we went back to her house. We cuddled for about 30 minutes and started to kiss. She said that she was okay with this on her stream, and I started to advance to the next stage because I thought that's what she wanted. She yelped, and I immediately sprung up and was scared if I did anything wrong or did wrong in general.
No mention of the crime.
I got scared and left the house.
But y'all broke up, gang. Y'all broke up, though. I'm trying to get into your mind. But y'all are not together no more. You don't have the same privileges that you guys had when you guys were in a relationship. At that point, you guys are just like acquaintances, strangers. I don't know, but you guys don't know each other.
For me not saying sorry, and I wish I said sorry back then.
No mention of the crying.
He mentioned that he didn't say sorry.
You were in a situation in which you thought this was the next step, advancing to the next stage. Y'all were cuddling and stuff like that. Especially in a time of distress, you would have no problem with having a conversation with her right after. Kind of acknowledging that, hey, I read the room wrong. You yelping and leaving.
I'm not gonna lie to you, that is a great point. If your sole purpose was to go there and confront her, coddle her, make sure she's good, confine her to make sure she's good, after she yelped, you could have at least said, yo, are you good? You could have at least, the bare minimum was, are you okay? Do you need anything? At least. If you want to leave, okay. But if your sole reason was to go there to make sure she was good, if you did something, if you caused something to make her feel uncomfortable, you could have at least asked her, are you okay?
At the end of her stream, and the fact that, hey, Mizkif is going to try to paint me to be some sort of a villain in this conversation. And the way that he does that is by playing the animal card. Same card that they tried to use on Hassan last week.
Emiru has a lot of rabbits. It was her calling when she first moved in. These were a big part of her life. But as those rabbits moved out of her room and into the living room, they started to see disgusting neglect. No food, no water, sometimes not having clean bedding for weeks. I, along with many others who would come over, would give them what they needed, and I would tell her all the time to take care of them, but to no avail. She completely neglected those rabbits, so much that many of them just died over 1 year of being around in my house. My cleaning ladies would clean them just because they felt terrible. And my brother once came over and said, and I quote, "If you ever marry this woman, I'll never forgive you."
What?
Gang, respectfully, what do rabbits have to do with essay allegations, bruh? Like, respectfully, rabbits, what do bunny rabbits have to do with essay allegations, bruh? Does he think that we're all of a sudden gonna be like, oh, well, damn, she don't take care of her rabbits? Maybe she's lying about being essayed. Maybe she don't take care of rabbits. She lying about being essayed. Just maybe. Gang, like, what does that have to do with anything? What does that gotta do with anything, bro? We don't give a damn about essay anymore. No. But them rabbits, though. Nah, them rabbits.
Up close view of the rabbit cage being completely disgusting and neglected. She left them to die, and I'm not...
What does that gotta do with anything, though? That has nothing to do with this.
Let me get this straight. Your ultimate combatant to the essay allegations, the DV allegations,
rabbits!
the verbal abuse allegations is the fact that Emiru was neglectful to rabbits that were also in your house and in your care. I don't think that that's like the best excuse in the world. Actually, I don't think it's an excuse.
That's a terrible excuse, bruh. Say it how it is, my boy. It's a terrible excuse.
I'm gonna be quite honest with you though, gang. This is falling on deaf ears. Nobody cares about these rabbits in this situation.
Nobody cares about the damn rabbits.
Essay that you admitted and acknowledged. When there are claims of DV, which you gave an excuse about, and when there are claims of threats, violence, and other things. You are an insecure man, and that is a invalid excuse, full stop. Now, what Mizkif did to close out his stream is he gave a pretty eerie and ominous threat to other content creators. And
he said more about after the rabbits chat. He said more after the rabbits. Oh boy, here we go, lock in.
Streamers out there that he knows personally.
I am going to stand up for myself. I am going to defend myself in these situations. I am not going away. I have no plans to go away. And I believe a lot of the situations today were absolutely exaggerated. I have dozens of photos and videos, calls and messages as well, if she has them. I have things I will be leaking over the next few days of other people, of other things. I have a lot of messages that I have that I'm going to expose as time goes on, because I do believe that this is a time to go fucking buck wild.
It sounds like, yo, she embarrassed me. I feel embarrassed for her saying what she said, so I'm gonna embarrass you. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like retaliation to me. But gang, if your retaliation is stories like the bunnies, bruh, like them rabbits, if your retaliation is as bad as them bunny rabbits, you ain't really got nothing, gang. Emiru should not be worried, bruh.
I'm hoping and praying that Twitch does the right thing. By the time this video goes out, Mizkif should be banned if they want to stay true to what they say.
My thoughts are going out. I hope justice is served for whoever deserves it. I hope justice is served in this situation. I hope people can find peace, and I pray for both parties, man. I pray for Emiru to find peace within the situation. I pray for her to find peace within the situation and this whole matter. And even Mizkif, bro, I pray for you, gang. I pray that you find peace with this too. And I honestly hope the truth, at the end of the day, the truth sets you free, y'all.